Hello, I am Sarah. This is
Rick Bass.
we are the owners of Trufinco.
We are.
We are, and we are a all-inclusive finance company that specializes in alternative and creative funding, working with a lot of private lenders, and our goal is to educate people on the different types of funding.
Yeah, we're not a bank. We don't conform to those bank guidelines, so we kind of think outside the box when our clients come to us and need funding. We do business, personal, and real estate funding. We do something that most banks can't.
Today or tonight, we're going to talk about different types of business funding. So if you go back a few videos, we talk about our most popular and easiest program, which is capital stacking. But tonight we're going to talk about some different types of funding, because not everybody qualifies, even though you can use a credit partner, but they need funding now. They need different types of funding. So,
They need a lot of funding.
or they need a lot of funding, because
Especially
capital
when they
stacking,
can't prove any income as well.
well, and capital stacking caps out at 200,000. So some business owners need more. So let's kind of talk about a few other business types of funding. Easiest one I like talking about is revenue-based funding. So this is a great option for business owners that are bringing in at least $10,000 a month consistently in gross revenue. Can be for any credit score. That's why this type of funding is great. Just keep in mind that the lower the credit score, the more challenged, you're going to have a higher rate. However, in some instances, getting that funding is a matter of
Making payroll.
right. Right.
Or buying a piece of equipment to elevate your business a little bit. There's a lot of people that come to us and they go, I know I have horrible credit. I'm a 500, but I need 30 grand because I need to make payroll. And a lot of businesses, we're able to save that way. So.
And the great thing, it's minimal documentation. So 6 months business bank statements, a very basic application that takes 60 seconds. Typically, we can get you funded. I've seen people get funded with this in as little as 2 days. So it can be a really great option. Absolutely. Max on that for business lines of credit is about $250,000. However, you need more. You've got great business revenue. We can do term loans up to $5 million as long as you've got that revenue to support it. So diving for a minute, let's talk about term loans, FDIC term loans. So if you have great financials, you don't mind sharing them, it's a great way to get more money. It does go up to $5 million. So typically for this, we're looking for a couple years of, tax returns. We'll need some bank statements, debt schedule, balance sheet. But with that, you can get a term loan up to 10 years. So obviously a 10-year term loan, you're going to have nice low payments, and it might be just what your business needs. It's based upon, what your current revenue is, looking at your debt load and seeing what your business can actively or, correctly or efficiently, I'm losing my words, what you can sustain as a business owner.
Right.
So those are two types of funding there. Another type of business funding.
Yeah, personal funding.
Right.
Yeah, personal funding, it's where somebody comes in and they need max funding. So we can get up to $300,000 for individuals, and we can get up to $500,000 for household. Now, the household could be anything. It doesn't have to be a spouse or a relative. I mean, we got a boyfriend and girlfriend, $475,000. So it can be really anybody. Basically, we do that in the form of personal lines of credit, term loans, and then, of course, we'll do some capital stacking on there as well. So, like I said, there's no industry restrictions on what it is. Minimum requirement is a 680 or higher credit score. And then, of course, W-2 income of at least $40,000 to $45,000 a year.
Well, and we're talking about business funding tonight, so you're probably thinking, well, what's personal funding have to do with business?
Yeah.
If you've got a great paying job, and let's say you're wanting to start a business, you could take advantage of personal funding. Or you want to get into a big real estate project, you need a large amount of money quick, you're going to flip and turn it around and pay it off quickly, that could be a great option for personal funding.
Penalty on it.
Yep, absolutely. Other types of loans that I really like for business owners, some people hate them and they groan, but we're going to talk about SBA loans. There's a couple in particular that I think are absolutely fantastic that not every business owner knows about, and they should. The first one is going to be business acquisition funding. So you're buying another business, you're buying a laundromat, you're buying a restaurant, whatever it might be. It's a great way to do it. So basically with that, you can, if it comes with real estate, you can get up to a 25-year term, but the real key on this is the down payment. So with an SBA loan, 10% down, sometimes they even allow a 5% seller carry, which is fantastic. And the other piece on this, you don't have to be in the industry you're buying. So it's not like you have to be the laundromat king to buy laundromats. As long as perhaps the owner or the manager is staying on, you're going to have staff that has a lot of experience that can substitute for your own experience in those situations.
Yep, great option.
Absolutely. And then my other favorite SBA option is going to be the rent replacement program. Now this one is awesome. If you are a business owner and you are currently renting and you're just like, I am throwing my money away each month. I want to own it, but you think you can't. There's a great option with SBA. So with this program, you can buy a property that your business will operate out of. It can even have additional businesses. So as long as you're going to occupy 51%, you can rent out the other parts of it. You can buy the building and in many cases get working capital all for no money out of your pocket, which is awesome. That's why I really like SBA. The SBA allots up to $5 million per business owner in the US, and most business owners are not aware of it.
It could be dentists, attorneys, hairstylists, really anybody could take advantage of it.
I mean, obviously, you're going to have to provide financials. They're going to want to make sure that your current revenue is going to be able to debt service coverage your new amount. But think about it. It's going to increase the value of your business. You're not just throwing your money away.
Collecting rent.
Absolutely. So that's a great option. A lot of people, run away from the SBA, but I love those two options. They are worth their weight in gold, especially for business owners that just don't have a lot of capital, but they want to do and expand and grow. That's a great option. Any other business funding that we skipped?
Why don't you talk about maybe some merchant cash advances, unfortunately, that people qualify for, but we have a way to get them out of it as well.
So merchant cash advances is typically not a type of funding we love to do, but it is the type of funding that people with really challenged credit can qualify for. So as long as you've got great business revenue, you can have challenged credit. We've gone down into the 400s. So typically with this type of funding, you're looking at a daily or weekly payback. Interest rate is pretty darn high. I usually only suggest it if you have a great way to pay it back. Otherwise, these loans can drown you. So let's flip that.
Right.
If you are stuck in a bunch of those merchant cash advances, because unfortunately a lot of lenders will just keep piling them on you.
We don't like to do them,
No.
but we will.
We will if it's really necessary.
Last option.
But what I prefer to do is help them get out of them. Because what happens is a lot of people stack these loans on, they're making daily payments, they're drowning, they have no way out, and they don't think there's a solution, and there is. It's called debt restructuring. It's not refinancing, it's not adding any new loans, it's not any more debt. Basically what this is doing is restructuring your existing high interest merchant cash advance loans. So for example, the way that it works, let's say you have an outstanding balance of $200,000. With the restructuring, could, for example, get it down to $125,000. Your weekly payments that are totaling $10,000 could maybe get those down to $2,500. So think about how much that would do for you to have that extra capital in your pocket. It'd be tremendous. And what that's doing is that's extending the term a little bit on your loan, so it's not having to be paid back so fast in which it drowns you. But it's a great option that a lot of people don't know exists.
We've saved businesses over it.
And I love doing that program because it really can be like a lifeline for business owners. That's about it for tonight. I think we've covered some great business funding programs. Would love to hear from you. Feel free in the comments below. Let us know what types of funding you want us to discuss. If you have any particular funding questions, we'd be happy to answer them for you. Happy to make more videos about them. We're just here to help, and any way we can help educate you and show you the other world of funding.
Education is a big part of what we do. If you're on any type of social media, maybe TikTok or whatnot, you probably have seen Sarah. She does a lot of education on different types of funding options. So, we're never going to twist anybody's arm to do business with us, but we're always going to be here to give you free education. We're just here to answer questions. If you want to do business with us, great. We'd be more than happy. We got a huge team. Be more than happy to help you guys. Other than that, happy holidays.
Happy
Merry Christmas.
holidays.